The views and opinions expressed by the following program are those of the host, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of this station or Webster Rock Hill Ministries, its management, or other hosts or underwriting sponsors. Programs presented on KWRH-LP are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Views which are presented are for educational purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, or claim any cure of disease or condition.
Hello, Radio Land. This is Greg and Robin Ingram with Family Matters. Also, we're associated with Families United, and we are just thankful that you're back with us, listening audience. Of course, this evening we have an array of topics that we talk about in regards to the family structure. Of course, marriage is always one of the most centerpieces that we talk about, but we talk about every aspect of the family structure, from healthy marriage to health and wellness to anything that helps relationships in regards to how do we communicate effectively, how do we introduce better opportunities for our young people to communicate. And of course, the number one topic is everyone in our listening audience, we would love to hear anything, any information in regards to what you feel that has helped your family structure too, because this is an interactive program, and we would love to hear your feedback as well. We also have a new in-studio text line that you can call in, and that number is 314-736-4510. Of course, we would always like to hear what's on your mind about how do we uplift the family structure and things of that sort of nature. Here's one of the things that we have talked about. We always, on this show, we talk about a whole bunch of things in regards to what are some of the key topics and key things that how we can suggest to help the overall family structure thrive and grow. And of course, we teach a research-based curriculum. We bring a lot of spiritual quotes in regards to how Christ sees marriage. But the number one component is just overall effectively communicating and trying to help one another. As they say, when we own companies, this thing about a mission statement, that's one of the first things when you excel in business. They talk about, for your company to have some pride and tradition and things of that sort of nature, that you need a mission statement. Well, we do that in business, and we do that in every other aspects of things that we do. But how about a mission statement in your marriage? What do you think about that? Robin, do you think that's something that a mission statement could help effectively obtain goals in your marriage? What do you think about that, Robin?
Greg, you know what? I do believe having a mission statement for your family or for your marriage, it can be a great component for your marriage. Just listing some things that you expect from that partner, what you like to do together, what you like to accomplish together as a married couple. I think that's a great idea to have a marriage mission statement. Is one of the things that, corporations do, businesses, schools, churches have mission statement. Why not have one for your marriage? A marriage mission statement. I think that will be wonderful. So you can look at it every week or every month, and these are our goals and objectives for our family. Whatever you have set for your family, that it will be healthy within your home, you can always set a mission statement and then have goals and objectives that comes with that.
Well, that's interesting because one of the things that we do on this show, we always come up with interactive tips, and here we have 5 key questions to ask for your 2018 mission statement. We're going to give you 5 key tips. Of course, personally, you might have your own 5 key tips, but if not, we can maybe get you to thinking in regards to what are our goals in our marriage and what are we trying to strive for. I think when you have a situation when you're striving for something, it can become more effective, it can become more better, and it can be, of course, if you make your goals realistic, they can become possible. The first one that you want to do is you want to start by asking big questions. Well, what do we mean by that, big questions? Well, what you can say is, where are we going? What do we want to accomplish throughout the course of our marriage? So, of course, now that gives you a sense of direction in regards to where you want to go and what things that you want to accomplish in your marriage. The second key question is what is the guiding principles to shape your relationship? One key element that you may want to include in your mission is to list all the things that matter, that makes the two of you happy. So you want to list the things that motivate you and uplift you. And if it's spiritual, that's fine as well. It could be a certain vacation. It could be a romantic getaway. It could be whatever, something that makes the principles that shape your marriage and makes and motivates you and gets you going. The third thing you want to do, the third question is, what marriage legacy do you want to leave? A marriage mission statement should include where you want to end up. You got to have some form of direction in regards to marriage because, as they say, there will be some sunny days and there will be some rainy days. But if you have a sense of direction in regards to where you want to go, things can be worked out a little bit more better. So that the legacy is the key word in regards to where your marriage legacy and what do you want to leave with. Okay, and the fourth one is what scriptures will guide your marriage. Now this is very important because in many ways the message of the Bible is your mission statement in regards to your marriage. Did you know that, family? So the Bible is very critical in a lot of things and crucial in a lot of things. But the most important thing is that it is your mission statement in regards to marriage. And the fifth thing, last but not least, what do we need to do and how do we need to treat each other daily to achieve God's mission for our marriage? Simply writing your mission on paper does not move or shape your relationship. Rather, it is the action that you put behind the mission. Again, radio family, it is the action that you put behind the mission. If you take those 5 tips, I'm sure you guys probably out there in radio land probably have come up with similar missions. You might have something different. You might have something just the opposite. But if you just take the time to just play with it, write it down on a piece of paper, store it anywhere, just look at it. That will make you be able to come up with some solutions as regards to how you can keep pride in your marriage. And those are some of the things that we teach in regards to our retreats and conferences. But start thinking about that in regards to what it is to make your family strong and so forth and so on.
You know what, Greg? The first institution that God ordained is marriages. It's one of the things that he ordained before they say Adam and Eve sinned. So you think about how, they were created and God put them together. He needed a helpmate and he had Eve. And so these are things that we need to really pay attention to. That's the first thing that God ordained was the institution of marriage. As we talk about couples and marriage, we know very soon in February, that's couples, Valentine's Day, as well as Heart Awareness Day. So we're thinking about 2 parts of your heart, the wellness and your feeling that you have within your relationship with each other. I'm going to talk about by my side, supporting each other. This is for married couples on how you can support each other as you go through your marriage life, as you go through your journey with your family. Being aware of and thankful for the great things about your partner can help you stay happy together and deeply connected in life. I'm going to repeat that. Being aware of and the thankful for the things, the great things about your partner can help you stay happy together and deeply connected in life. I suggest that you write down 3 things that you really appreciate about your partner. And these are things that you can do during the month of February. Write down 3 things that you really appreciate about your partner, and you do it to each other and share those 3 things. I think that would be a wonderful thing to do as couples. Also, write down something that your partner regular do for you on a regular basis. In other words, what do your partner do for you that you really enjoy about them? So these are things that you can do during the month of February. Also, what is one of the things that you really like about your partner? The way he look, or way he or she look, or way he or she acts. These are things that you can do as well. You know, Families United, we provide workshops as well as retreats and conferences in promoting and strengthening the family. This information is brought to you by Families United. And if you like to contact us, your church or your organization or your business, you can reach us at 314-772-2260, or you can visit us on our website at healthyrelationshipstl.com, and just reach out to us and let us know what you think, what would you like to have, because it's all about promoting families, because we want family to matter in our communities. How do we save and protect our families today? So just to let you know, contact us at 314-772-2260. And my name is Robin. My better half name is Greg. And we just want to thank you for listening, family, because we know family matters. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back, family. This is Robin and Greg with Families United. We're talking about couples today, couples. We know that family matters, and in February we have the love of your heart for Valentine's Day, as well as your heart and wellness for Heart Awareness Day as well during that month. And as we talk about family matters and couples today, I was just listening some things that you can do as couples, writing down 3 things that you really appreciate about your partner, as well as write down something that your partner regular does for you and help you out. Also, you can write down these things about your partner, how they look and act, how do you feel about them. Think of something that you know other people appreciate about you or your partner. These are some things that you can do. Also, name something about your partner's character that you admire. For example, he or she is very caring or responsible or honest or hardworking. These are some things that you can do with your partner. It's all about being by my side, supporting each other. We know in today's society, we are so busy. So take the time during this month, and you should do it every day to reach out to your partner. It's about having a happy environment and healthy relationship. Have and protect your friendship with each other. Focus more on meaning than pleasure. Being kind to one another, giving things, give yourself. telling others how thankful they are. These are things that you can do as a couple. And also, I just want to mention, fathers, husband, do you know if you kiss your wife, this is a known marriage fact. If you kiss your wife in the morning before you go to work, they say that you live 5 years longer. Wouldn't you love to have 5 years more time on your lifespan? I'm sure you would. So that means before you leave out the house, every morning before you leave home, you must kiss your wife so you can live 5 years longer. That's a little known marriage fact.
Absolutely. Wow, Robin, that's interesting. And of course, I've been doing that just by us actually doing the retreats and conferences. I've been kissing Robin every day almost when I leave home. So I've got a little bit more extra time. And not that I'm gloating on you guys, but I suggest that you try and do the same thing as well. You know, it's interesting too, though, the institution of marriage, you know, when God, we were wonderfully made and created in God's image. And the awesome thing about that is that he knew there was going to be some things and some activities and some opportunities and things to give us when we were put forth on this earth. And I couldn't think of one of the most wonderful things God gave us when he gave us a marriage as well as a helpmate in regards to each other. So in saying that, all those little tidbits, if you notice, when you have a healthy relationship from an aspect of it's just like eating healthier foods. We know the foods that are damaging to the body as well as the foods that are healthy and nutritious for us, along with eating right, resting, and of course, exercise. So if you can get the healthy tips in your relationship, and just imagine what it does. It makes a young man more pleasant in regards to coming home. I know, you know, before I got married, marriage was such a wonderful benefit to me. And I say that from a comparison basis because, look, not only when you get married, you get two incomes. You get both incomes, and you learn to manage your money effectively. And you there's vacations, there's rewards and things that come out of that. Also, guys out in family land and radio land, just think about how when you were a bachelor, just look at your refrigerator. Look at what you had in there. You probably had pizza and fast foods. Well, when you get a spouse that comes on, and this is just an example, when you get that happy, loving spouse that comes in, take a look at your refrigerator before and after when you was a bachelor. There you had groceries, you had green vegetables, you had much more healthy, nutritious foods. And those are some of the little tidbits and the wonderful benefits of what marriage can do. Along with kissing your wife, just like Robin had just stated, the research shows that you live an additional 5 years in regards to just kissing your wife. So, you know, I'm on cloud nine about this marriage thing, and I think this community and this area and this region as a whole, we can solve a lot of problems if we just turn our attention toward the family structure, get back to the basics of having dinner with our children and taking trips and communicating with them and learning how to resolve conflict and just being overall happy. We can achieve some high marks and some high goals, and some of the negative things that plague us, we can bring those things astronomically down. What do you think about that, Robin?
Greg, you know, that is so true. You know, the benefits of a strong and healthy marriage. A strong marriage brings many benefits: financial, health, happiness, and a solid foundation for children. You know, people who have strong and healthy marriages do better than those who don't in many ways. I just mentioned, you know, they do better financially. They tend to be healthier. They tend to be happier and more content. Most importantly, Healthy marriages are the best foundation for giving children a good start. Many single parents do a fabulous job. We do know that. But a happy and healthy marriage can give children another leg up. Building a strong marriage is something that is really under our control if we just take the time to just invest in it. Even when you may not have control over money or over other problems, you do have control over your own relationship and how you treat each other. And I'm going to repeat that. Even when you may not have control over the money or other problems that may cause in a family, you have control over your relationship and how you treat each other. Happiness and contentment in marriage, these things that make people happy in life, and the same kinds of things that partners do for each other in a healthy and happy marriage. All of these things that people do to find true happiness are the same kind of things that partners do for each other. In the most satisfying and secure marriages, there are also the kinds of things that build a strong, secure base in your marriage. So just think of these things. When you're having issues and you're having problems, just turn to each other and say, you know what? We do have each other, and we should do better in treating each other and be content for what we have. Because, blessings comes from everywhere, and God truly gives a shower of blessings. So just hang on in there, couples and married couples. Just believe in what you have and just move forward and just be satisfied in your journey.
Wow. Those were some wonderful, wonderful tips in regards to being in a happy marriage, in regards to just encouraging and helping and uplifting, because having a happy marriage and a wonderful family is worth shouting about. Also, and of course, a lot of things in regards to that was in the lesson study, but we come up with tips. We come up with a lot of nice things in regards to what it is to have a happy marriage. I mean, just the aspect of having more income in the household, having a mental support group, having your children, which children are a gift from God, which the Bible testifies to that. And also being able to sit down and just, hold hands with your lovely wife and look at your children who God created you in his image. And of course, your children as a gift. I mean, what could be more gratifying and more satisfying than that? So, we at Families United, we want to see these things where there's happy marriage days and happy family days and increased marriage rates and to encourage and uplift the community and thrive, because we know that the research basically shows that when you have a situation in regards to a happy marriage and a healthy relationship, all possibilities become mentally, well, from a mental standpoint, it really gets you at ease. It makes you feel calm and relaxed, and it makes you feel that you belong to a part of something. What do you think about that, Robin?
Greg, you know what? You're so correct. Being in a relationship is always a good thing when it's a healthy relationship. And with Families United, this is what we promote: healthy relationship skills, healthy marriage for couples, healthy relationships for individuals, dating skills, how not to date a jerk, his or her, or how not to marry a jerk, his or her. And as well as for our youth in the community, we teach healthy relationship skills on effective communication, conflict resolution, peer-to-peer. These are the things that we teach with Families United. And we have ongoing workshops throughout the year, as well as retreats and conferences. And if your church or your local church or community center, as well as any organization out there, if you'd like to be a part of it, our team will be able to come in and reach out to you just contact us at 314-772-2260, or you can contact by email info@healthyrelationshipstl.com. That's info@healthyrelationship.com. Family, thank you for listening. We'll be back, but we just want to just tell you we're here for you because we understand family matters, and we're here to reach out to you to build a healthy, stable, successful community when it comes to families. This is Families United, Greg and Robin, and we'll be back soon.
Welcome back, family. Of course, I know we're embarking and we're kind of at the beginning of a new year. And I know we talked about mission statements. We talked about giving you keys and components to help your marriage. And of course, we know there's always other factors that can be considered into not making your marriage healthy. Of course, we would love for you to reach out to us in regards to going through the workshops and getting access to various counselors and things of that sort of nature who can help you put your marriage back on the upswing. Of course, 2018, we're in a year where we make resolutions. We, of course, mentioned mission statements earlier, and we mentioned things that can be kind of helpful to your marriage. But we also want to provide some things that can help you get a sense of organization in your marriage too, because in order for you to see some clarity and to see things from an aspect to you have to, it's like you have to build building blocks. You just can't wake up and say, oh, well, some things happen in your marriage in regards to you have financial issues. You could have communication issues. Sometimes when you have blended families, you have issues in that regard. But we try to be positive, and of course, the key to any situation of course, climbing your way out of a situation is that the first thing you have to do is to develop a plan to be positive. So there's 4 tips that I would like to give to you in regards to seeing how you can start that organizational process to get yourself ready to move your marriage from a good one to a great one. Or, if you're having issues, you can bring it from that level. If once you decide to work together as a team in regards to making things work. So here's 4 tips that I really think that can help you guys in regards to getting yourself on the right track or wherever you are in regards to your marriage. These tips can be applied to help you get to a level and get things back on the right track. The first thing you want to do is to detox your relationship and get rid of the crap. Okay, well, what do you mean by that? Detox your relationship and get rid of the crap. Well, what we mean by that is what you should do is instead of shouting, just talk. Sometimes when you lower your pitch down or the range, you set a sense of urgency and calmness, and that way things can kind of get flowed in your brain, and you can remember things in regard to that. So the other tip is accusing instead of asking. So you want to be able to do that. That's another healthy tip that can probably help you a great deal. Defending instead of apologizing. So that's something that's also very helpful. Ignoring instead of acknowledging. And Of course, the last tip would be on that would be leaving instead of listening. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, you need to feed your love the right kind of foods. So, what do you mean by that? What were some of those first things that you did when you first met your mate, and you were just infatuated and you were falling in love? You talked a lot. Well, you got to continue to do that because communication, of course, we know is the key to anything. So you got to continue to talk. You need to continue to laugh even more than you talk. Of course, they say laughter creates a healthy environment in your body. So if you laugh more, that, of course, brings the stress level down. Encourage each other just like in the old days. You always talked about your goals as a relationship. So encouragement is always good in regards to anything that you're trying to do. Find out what your spouse desires, then surprise them with it. Because again, sometimes we get stagnated and we fall off our game plan and we stop doing the things that when we first met our significant other. So we have to continue that. Spend time together alone without the kids. Oh, how important is that? And we know, family, that you love your children. But at the same time, you still have to realize to each other that you love each other. And you need to get dolled up before a date. Get dolled up even if there is no date. And I know, family, sometimes we have our specific date night, but you want to, as much as possible, look good for your spouse and your mate and keep that fire and brimstone going. And of course, the most important thing is you want to pray together so you can stay together. Prayer is always the key to anything, and especially in regards to marriage. You want to continue to pray. Of course, number 3, exercise and put your love to work. So you want to continue to have a healthy mind, a body, and a healthy spirit. And that's something that's very critical, important in regards to keeping everything working, and of course, keeping it working in conditional order and strong order as well. And the 4th tip would be professional training. It can be your friend. Sometimes you might need to talk to someone other than your spouse, and that's okay, because that can always bring as a result of healthy choices that you can make if you are getting this information from a licensed professional and someone who you feel comfortable with talking to. So these are 4 points that, as we embark on a new year, how you want to take your marriage to the next level, or even if it's just you want to consider communicating and keeping things healthy and keeping things thriving and flowing. So those are some tips that we really feel that can help you. What do you think about those tips, Robin? Do you think those tips that can really help our families out here today?
Yes, those are some excellent tips, Greg, that Greg gave about saving our families and taking your marriage to another level. What do you need to do to nourish your family? He mentioned date night. There is more than other reasons. Women love to get dressed up and go out and have a good time. And gentlemen, you should do the same as well. So I think those are some excellent tips that he gave about having a healthy marriage and how to take your marriage to enhance what you already have. Couples, I know some of you are already doing these things, but if you continue to work at it, it's about enhancement. As individuals, we take classes on finance. We take classes on how to take a computer class. We take classes on exercise. But you got to invest in your marriage. And these tips that Greg gave about investing in your marriage, these are excellent tips. Make sure that you use these tips. I know we try to use it in our everyday life, and I think it's very important that you do the same so you can continue to have a healthy marriage and thriving marriage. Our theme today is about by my side, supporting each other. And just to add on what Greg mentioned, Supporting one another as partners. One of the most important ways to give of yourself in life is to give to your partner. Being supportive of your partner during times of stress is a wonderful way to give to yourself and your partner. You know, you need to focus on one of the most important ways partners can give to each other in life, being supportive of each other. Let's put these ideals together. You know, we can be happy and content in life by giving to each other. You know, some of the things of supporting, and I'm going to mention 4 of them. What can we do or what can we give to support each other? And one of the things is emotional support, encouragement, help doing something, and advice when we ask for them. I'm going to repeat those 4: emotional support, encouragement, help doing something, advice. You know, emotional support means being there for each other. Oh, how critical that is. We must be there for each other. You know, encouragement, examples of encouragement, you know, being encouraged, you know, encourage each other when something is going wrong or issues are going on. That's another one. Help do something with each other. And also give good advice. You know, it's nothing wrong with giving your spouse good advice. You know, effective communication. They say communication is the key. So we got to continue to do that. Give some good advice, you know. Even if it backfires, you gave your best. Do your best. You know, walk in that door each and every day when you come home from work or whatever your day is like and say, I'm going in. I know everything is not perfect, but I'm going into this house to say it's going to be a perfect day. And when you have that mindset, all those little things or issues that come along, you won't even worry about them. Just move forward. So Families United, this is what we're all about, is promoting healthy relationship skills, healthy marriage, as well as youth education. And you can always reach us at 314-772-2260. You can ask for Greg or Robin, or part of our healthy relationship team with Families United. You can also reach us on the email if you want to have a question. It's at info@healthyrelationshipstl.com. This is Families United, and it's all about families matter. Our theme today is Be by My Side, supporting each other. Thank you, family, for listening, and we will talk to you later. Welcome back, family. This is Greg and Robin with Families United, and we're talking about supporting couples. Our theme is By My Side, supporting each other. It's about having a healthy relationship within your home, within your family. It's about married couples, how to enhance what you already have. We were just speaking about what we can do to support each other, what we can give to support each other. And these are 4 things: emotional support, encouragement, help doing something, and advice when asked for. You know, emotional support is when it happens when a person is stressed or upset, or his or her partner is upset about something. Can be silent support, or it can be you can listen, you can talk about the issue, or you can talk together. The key is that person knows that partner cares and accept him or her. Encouragement. How about encouragement? There are different ways you can encourage your partner. Partners often encourage each other around jobs or parenting issues. One might say to another, I know getting this job is important to you. I believe in you. Oh, wow. That is a great encouragement. I believe in you. Yes, that is wonderful. Also, with emotional safety through encouragement, no one likes to be stressed or weary. But those times when either of you or also have opportunities to draw closer to each other, it's easy to grow apart, even if negative things come up. But when you can't, what you can do, just the opposite, and show you care about one another during times that are tough. You strengthen the emotional safety and connection between the two of you, helping each other. Partners always show support by helping each other do things to make them feel comfortable and make their life easier. Partners also support each other by doing things for each other. Perhaps one helps the other by taking the kids out to play in the park so the other can study for a test or prepare for an interview. For many people, this is one of the most basic ways love is shown. We'll talk more about different ways people can show love in the unit to each other. Another way is advice. Advice is okay if the other person asks for it. Asking for advice is okay. Sometimes we want some ideas on how to handle something, but this can also backfire. We feel like you might give a little criticism, right? But often giving someone an advice can be a gift. It's a way that you show that you understand how they feel and what they might be going through. So these are some of the things that you can show your support for your spouse. But emotional support, encouragement, help doing some things, and asking for advice when asked for. Right, Greg?
Absolutely. Those tips are really nice, but certain all situations in regards to all relationships can be different. But of course, the number one thing is sharing what kinds of support basically work for you. And I know what works for me was the two things that really kind of helped me personally in our marriage was how do we resolve conflict? Conflict resolution was key with me in regards to being able to diffuse situations, how to sit down and communicate and work things out. And it was just a tremendous benefit because you're going to have times where things are not, like my mom used to always say, there's going to be some rainy days and there's going to be some sunny days. But when you can sit down and have useful tools and tips that can work, because it's all about what works for you. And you can be able to really resolve situations. And then when these situations come up again, you already have the mental mindset of how to resolve the situations tremendously. But it's all about what works for you. And some of the things here that, these are some of the things that I've used that has helped me tremendously in regards to in my situation and in my marriage with my beautiful wife. How do you let each other know that you need support? Well, you can do simple things like touching, hugging, holding hands. Of course, there's other things, just the communicative aspect in regards to just saying uplifting and beautiful things. And how do you let each other know you need the other person? Well, you first of all, they might just want you to listen. Sometimes it's critical for you to just not always just talk, just listen. There's a lesson in listening sometimes. And then how can you tell if your partner is supporting you? Well, of course, communication and feedback. A lot of those things can really bring you a long way. So if basically it boils down to communication and talking to one another and getting each other to understand that we're in it for the long haul together. Now, of course, Families United, we would love to see communities. We make appearances at churches. We try to consistently have community retreats, church retreats. So if there's anyone out there listening from a family that wants to improve and would like their community or their church or their sorority or their group, even from corporate America, in regards to winning the workplace challenge, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, because we would love to come out and see how we can make your community happy and healthier. You can reach us at 314-772-2260, or you can email us at info@healthyrelationshipstl.com. We teach an array of courses. From the curriculums that we talk about is prevention and relationship enhancement programs, Relationship Smart Plus, that is for youth. Within our reach is for couples as well as adults. Within our reach is for singles and adults. Yes, singles, we're not leaving you out, because the key to a healthy marriage is being singles and wanting to have a thriving relationship. And of course, winning the workplace challenge is for corporations as well as organizations. So we would love to hear from you in regards to how, if you, your sessions, of course, if you want to do 1 to 2 day workshops, we can tailor it to any specific length, but we make suggestions in regards to 3 to 8 week classes, and we can do 15 lessons. So we'd love to hear from you in regards to how to get your family going into military healthy relationship boot camp, and we can get those things going, and you will see a vast improvement. Right, Robin? What do you think about that?
This is correct, Greg. Some of the courses and workshops that we do provide, we can tailor to your location. We have 1 to 2 day workshops, 3 to 8 week classes, 15 lessons or less. So we can tailor to your needs in the community, as well as our youth program. Families United is a nonprofit organization, so you're always welcome to donate towards our youth. We have a youth summer program and also take our youth to retreats. And we also offer after school programs for our youth. So you're welcome to donate anytime with Families United. Our website is www.healthyrelationshipstl.com. That's just Healthy Relationship STL.com. You can visit our website at any time and donate towards our youth program. Families United, like Greg said, it's about being by my side and supporting each other as couples. You can give a heartfelt support in many ways by noticing and reaching out to your partner when they're in need. Support them, heartfelt support, by touching, holding hands, hugging, giving massages, those type of things. Listening with sincere listening, eye contact, nodding, paraphrasing, also receiving what they're saying to you, being near to them, actually giving them your attention. Families United is all about saving families, building and supporting families in the community. Families United, we continue to provide our workshops and seminars, as well as retreats and conferences. You can reach us at 314-772-2260. We mentioned all the workshops that we do provide. It's all about giving some great tips. Greg and I have been married for over 21 years. I'm just putting it out there, Gregory. I'm sitting next to my handsome husband here. And so we do believe that the institution of marriage is something that God ordained. So we want you to reach out to us. And if you want to text us, there is an in-studio text at 314-736-4510. That's 314-736-4510. We're here once a week. You can hear us on the radio at 92.9. Families United, we're here to support you, community, because we do believe family matters. It's all about family matters. And we're just talking about couples. We're getting ready for February, and that's the Valentine Love Month. So couples, get ready, take each other out, have a great time. It's all about families. Families United, we're here for you. Contact us at any time at 314-772-2260. We'll hear from you next time. We're looking to reach out to you, family, because we know family matters.